Oh, get it, Dame. Dang. Go up, Mitchell. Come on. Alley-oop. Oh. So is Butler going to Cleveland? Oh. Hmm. Gober. Mitchell's a pretty good player. Oh, Butler. A little bit out of his range. I don't have it up to see if y'all are chatting. Come on now. Man, it's slow. See how it looks. Whoa, do I have it? Oh, I had it in 480. Didn't know I got that much. Let's see what we get here. Contracts. Always use those. Some Chuck Taylors. And hopefully it's a good player. Gibson. And decent. Come on, Mitchell. Horse racing? It's a big dude. What's up, Roosevelt? Just saw it. How are you? I was messing with the YouTube analytics over there a minute ago while I was playing. Only reason is I'm running straight off the PlayStation right now. It's the only reason. But believe it or not, this is a Razer headphone, and it only works on PlayStation. Or it's the only time it picks up your voice. Otherwise, it doesn't. On no, that's straight from the PlayStation. It's for some reason it's just picking up the whistles and that's it. I don't know why. He's not gonna make that. I was making a whole bunch of stuff from Creative Commons. I don't know if you know about that, Roosevelt. Uh, Creative Commons just means that you have to put all of their information in the bio and put it under Creative Commons, and you can use it. You can use the whole video. It's not too hard. The only reason I haven't is as of late. It's because I keep rearranging where my computer's at. Before this, the monitor was on the other side, so I couldn't really see it. Because most of the stuff I was streaming was off the PlayStation, but I had the monitor or the Xbox remote view or whatever you want to call it. But you could put like just put a headset on. Oh, you can show the camera from the. I want to show the screen and sound. Yeah, it's not too hard, man. I'll show you. I'll do it here in a second off of my that other channel, the 90 Kid channel. You can do it off Periscope too. If you get the Streamlabs app. Yeah, you can do and my headphones are so loud. In the Streamlabs, you just do display capture and what is it? Audio output. Yeah, it's real easy. Really, really easy. Yeah, I understand not wanting to show your face and everything. I had it going, and actually I have the Streamlab open right now with the cam open too, but I was noticing, I was testing it out on from my other Twitch channel. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I was using another Twitch channel that nobody has, and just streaming onto that and grabbing it from that, but I was having problems with the processing, the internet. But this is why I wanted to. Yeah, I understand that. I use what is it called? I have my iPad right here. Can look real quick. Pause it. Yeah, it's called. What is it called? It's video. Video. No, not loop. But I was using iMovies, and that makes it really easy. Let's see, where's it at? It's a really good app too. Because Adobe was making it impossible to stream, or impossible to do videos. Where is it? Video Leap. That's what it's called. And they have a whole bunch of like sister companies too. Yeah, I have Debut too. I have it. Yeah, you can use that for the screencaster. Yeah. Internal audio, so that sucks. Yeah. Get OBS. It's really plain, but I could show you real quick how to use it if you wanted to use it. And I do have Hangout if you ever do just want to know how to do it. But all you do is display capture, and you would do. How I learned how to do it was watching Unirock's videos, and I learned from there, and then I just of course screwed up. But actually, Roosevelt, use screen bits. It is really good for because I know you have to pay for Debut. Screen bits is free, and that's what I used, and it also puts a watermark of whatever name you have. I don't know, I've never really used Hangout for that, but I could put a video up. It won't take me. Tell me what heck, I could do it off of one of your videos and just for like a clip of it. But what I was gonna do, yeah, I'll do that. Probably your last video, and I'll just show you. But screen bits is a really easy screen capture. All you have to do is, and of course I'm working, I have 4 monitors, so it kind of makes it crazy. And do you? Did you use what I put in Discord the other day? It was what was it called? It's like a Grapha Patreon thing. Forgot what it's called. Hey Derm. You can't be putting that in the chat anymore, right? Just playing. but it's called Patreon or something like that. And it's where you can track. Actually, it's what yeah, never mind. I tagged you in it. I tagged you, Unirock, and Unirage, and Dodger, and Nana. It's very interesting. You get to see everybody's Patreon and when they took everything from took everything off public. Sather was, I'm either getting them confused. It's either $300 off of 50 Patreons, and the last one that he had, it was $1,600 a month. And I think it was 300 patrons, $1,600. Yeah. But you can, I was watching SGT Reports one. And all you have to do is put in their, the creator. Of course, you do have to know what their Patreon account is. I looked up Nathan. Nathan's isn't as bad as I thought it would be. On Patreon, it's around the same as Uni's. But there is some weird stuff going on in it. And I didn't look up beans or anything like that. But I sent it to Uni. I don't know if he used it. Yeah, I know. He stopped using it though, hasn't he? He stopped using YouTube as much. And I'm sure he's making a killing off of bits. And I might be able to get Unirock's Twitch account back. Somebody if he wants to. I don't know if he does. Yeah, I did too. Cause I joined like one of those another Discord server for Twitch, and they told me if I need anything to let them know. Yeah, I understand that. I was watching a really cool Twitch channel that, cause I like watching Twitch and how you can support people by just watching an ad, and then you give them those bits. But forgot the guy's, what is his name? I can't even think of his name. TOS. Yeah. My TOS is really bad. I forgot. I haven't mentioned that yet. It's really easy, man. It really is. But I went to the doctor, when was it? Thursday or Wednesday. Yeah, it's hard to get out of the comfort of YouTube. But actually, let me look at it. I think I have it on. Might not be able to see y'all's chat for just a second. But the Twitch, let me see if it's right here. I wish I could, it's one thing, I wish you could intersect the stream with, oh, it's updating, but there's like a Discord for Twitch streamers now, and it's right there all together. They made their own Discord. Yeah, I'm right there with you. It was confusing I'm still not good at Discord. But I went to the doctor, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, and they said that, of course, they started doing all the testing again to test my elbow since elbow surgery. And he did a TOS test. and put my arm in a really weird position. He goes, "Oh, you have TOS," and he forgot to read the chart, I guess. But I lost all my pulse right away, and it's a weird feeling. And ever since then, it's been getting worse. But I have a doctor's appointment for my TOS doctor in November, and yeah, but it's probably gonna. It's a weird. I forgot what it's called. Brachyplaxy. It's where your nerve root is in your neck, and basically they're gonna have to go in there and how I think they burn off the scar tissue. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I never knew what it was. Like the only reason I kind of knew what it was there was a baseball player here locally, Matt Harrison, that went through it, and that's the only reason I heard of it before that. But it's very common in baseball players, actually people that work at desk, assembly lines, uh, basically, you know those knots you get when you're like hunched over doing a job for a long time. Well, if you do that over and over again, this is how it's been told to me by a physical therapist, not necessarily the doctor. Um, when you're hunched over all the time and you get those knots don't disappear. They just break up and they develop scar tissue. And the scar tissue with me, I think it developed first in my shoulder blade behind my collarbone. And it just kept getting bigger, I guess. I don't know. But it trapped my artery. And the artery was getting basically it's like a pinched nerve, but it's actually from scar tissue. And the more you move it and everything, the more it gets more scar tissue. And like they asked me if I had a fall or anything like that. Didn't have a fall. I did get hit. This is gonna sound really bad. I did get hit with a crowbar at work, but not like a full-on hit. But it did give me like whiplash. And I went to go see my manager. She didn't even look up from the paperwork she was doing. And she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just bleeding." She's like, "Well, go get the blood off and finish up your job." But that's the only thing I can think of that happened. And then started to get worse, and then they had me driving the truck, the box truck at work. So I was having, and of course, they want you to hit those bumpers at the when you're backing it up, and each time I'd hit that bumper, it would make it worse. And of course, you have to look back, so your neck's at a weird angle. And I'm playing like trash, but I got a pretty good team. But yeah, I can definitely get it's a very scary thing. So I was thinking how I'd say it. Um, the main concern is blood clots, and I was starting to make a video the other day about it, and I was gonna put pictures in it and everything because The only video I have is me, like, I think it's the day after surgery when I'm at the hospital. But that's like the only video I have. And it has no sound on the one that I have. And I tried to get it off because my mom put it up on Facebook. But they cut my first rib out in the first surgery. And they told me it was going to be 18 months of recovery. It's been a little over, let's see. So right now it's been 24 months. But he wanted me to go get my elbow checked out. So yeah, it was fun. And I had knee surgery because it dislocated. But it's very weird. It's basically we're finding out that I should have never played sports. Because even when because I played baseball from 4 years old to right under 16. And I played on a select team, and at the same time I was playing on a select team, I would play for the local team and the fall ball team, and I was always catching. So then, like, when I got into high school, I was playing basketball and stuff like that. I got burnt out on baseball at the worst time because I was really good at it. Yeah, when I was 10 years old, I was playing with 16-year-olds. Jokic. I think I liked basketball more because just everybody, it's easy to play. Can always find somebody to play with. Baseball, there's a lot of isolation. Be me out in the backyard, throwing off of one of those pitchbacks or whatever they're called. I mean, I still have an unopened pitching machine. And a lot of people told me I should have gone back to it, but I haven't played in so long. Might be something I pick up when all of this is taken care of. But I'm in the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown also. And Roosevelt, are you doing everything off of your PC or a laptop? Because right now I've been, and the worst thing is I have the notifications on my iPad. I do everything on my iPad, the recording. Because even my, because I have Streamlabs. Streamlabs takes up a lot of your CPU, but it has really cool effects that you can use. And like you see when Unirock gets a new subscriber, and it comes with the zombie, that's Streamlabs. If you're, I know you can do it from OBS, but you have to have a whole bunch of other browsers open. I had in my capture card broke, and I only got it like a month ago, or a month and a half ago. But I've been wanting to get this game on Steam, and if I get it on Steam, I can do everything off of the computer. But Roosevelt, if you want to go watch an OBS video, like tutorials, and then watch a Streamlab one. If you want to use a Streamlab one, I can teach you that one. To teach you how to do overlays and everything like that. And you can put up like special stuff, special things on it, like titles and stuff like that. I'm just learning how to do the titles thing. It's very easy, but I've been trying to get how Uni does his how he does his little titles and everything on it. But I was also looking up, I never knew why he was putting in the hashtags and everything. I didn't know the hashtags actually work as a as like a keyword, and then if you have like those certain keywords, they can go into a playlist. But I heard making a playlist and without you having to put it in a playlist. And I learned from you, Roosevelt, about the moments on Twitter. I was like, how do they keep putting these in moments? And then I looked at them. Oh crap. And the crazy thing was, when I first started doing this, I think it was the first video I did was something on CBTS or something like that. And I used screen bits. And it took forever to get there. But I was messing with a whole bunch of different ones. Because I had got everything before I got it on on the debut, what is it called? NHC or NHG, something like that. The whole package thing like that. And didn't initially like it. And then I do have it on my laptop because it runs a lot less, and I have debut on there. But what I was saying about, I was having problems with Streamlabs because I don't have a converter on, no, it was OBS I was having a problem with. So I could play everything live off of OBS, but I was having problems because it would, the video file would be FLV. And I don't have anything that runs FLV. Crap, my computer went off. Now it's back. Alright. And I hope that y'all aren't chatting because the Twitch thing is still going. But, let's see. And it's funny, I just looked at the... It keeps showing that I have the other one open. Yeah, I can pop out the chat, and that'll be better. Let's see. And I think Roosevelt, you'll like the Creative Commons stuff. That's really cool. And I know a lot of people that use it. Like, you know how AJ used to have all of his stuff go viral? Is because he would have people using it. Like, people would be re-uploading it. And there was a guy that said it was okay to re-upload a very popular channel today, just this one video. The Quartering said that you could re-upload his video, and I'm still waiting for the video to upload. But there's a lot of... Why is that y'all? Trying to see what it looks like. My phone went back on. But he wants people to... It's one of his friends. I forgot the name of his friend. The one that's getting attacked by the Times right now. Ooh. Looks like this might be a pretty good game. Like, one of them that I'm going to put out, it might not be what y'all are interested in or anything like that. That's why I'm going to put it on the other channel. And actually, I probably need to put that in the bottom of the chat. Let me find YouTube and get into that one. Sargon the Cog, or whatever it's called. That's who it's about. They're calling him racist. But there's a lot of cool things that you can do with it's Creative Commons, and if you look up Creative Commons online, there's a lot of cool things that you can do with that. That's what got me to look up Aaron Swartz. I didn't know much about him until then. And the crazy thing was, he actually, when those videos started coming out, and I don't know what it is, but it made me think of the guy that had Boston happen. For some reason, I thought that was him. I don't know if it was because all the pictures that I saw of him, he looked like he was foreign. So, and he definitely wasn't. Forgot who he worked for, but forgot what. He went to Silicon Valley and worked for a bunch of little companies. Or not little companies. I think he worked for... Did he work for Twitter? It was a social media company. But the 90 channel is 90 Kid. That channel, that's going to be more of the... What the hell just happened to my Streamlabs? Oh, that's Twitch popping up. But, he did a lot of cool things. And what got him caught, and I was gonna actually kind of goes into what was going on with what was going on in the Solar Observatory. sounds like it was the same type of thing. How they were uploading stuff or what the. I really don't think what they're saying is, or whatever the loose, whatever thing that they're having talking about, the PE thing. I'm not gonna spell the rest of it out, but that thing, that's the thing that tripped them off, and somebody supposedly saw it like a month ago, but were too busy. But they saw it hooked up. It's a little weird. If you saw somebody that was directly linked in to, isn't it a DoD? And after I put the solar stuff out, that's the last time I looked at it. The only thing I looked at was DeFango when he was talking about it the other day. DeFango, you make it so hard for me to understand you sometimes. But that's why I can't watch them all the time. And Roosevelt, I can watch your stuff, but I gotta be in the mood to watch it for the Q stuff. That stuff. Oh man, I don't know how you watch it, man. Especially since like all the stuff from like CBTS, they make it to where you have to watch it because they take it off, or they did. I haven't watched it since they. Besides the little videos I got when they were screwing up, they screwed up a lot. And the funny thing is, they're making Pamphlet look stupid. And I do have let's see, I'm gonna put Michael Porter in there. Michael Porter's kind of the same player, isn't he? As Ben Simmons, but just not as good. That's crazy. He was supposed to be the #1 overall pick like last year, and he had a back surgery. Went like 14th. Millions of dollars lost. So if y'all, this is what I was doing before I started watching that Q crap, and the Q crap made me go, interesting. But I was watching on that like that kind of stuff. I watched, what was it? The Game Librarian add-on should be more something to network bamboozling. Sorry, I'm reading the Twitch thing. Yeah, you can become a member in like a Discord. It's just me though. It says, how's this work? Oh, that'd be funny because my mic's on right now. If anybody was in there, could hear me. But I'll keep getting, what is it called? Followers on Twitch. And all I've been doing is posting stuff on Instagram lately. Not even videos either. But, what should I get this guy? Shot close. But, there's a lot of things that are weird about Twitch compared to YouTube. Only reason I'm doing more on Twitch, and I'm not even doing more, I'm just putting more I've been streaming there a lot more. Just I'm not putting pre-done videos or anything like that, especially on the topics that we've covered. I'm being very careful with everything I put over there, because even if you put certain stuff over there and you still have stuff on your YouTube or something, or even Twitter, they can take you off for that. Terry Scott's perimeter centric. I like him. He was on. Oh crap, that's what I was looking at. Great, good, average, average, good, great, great, good, poor. Tell me, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Did I say that correctly? Giannis Antetokounmpo would be a poor fit in that. A poor fit, but looks like Ben Simmons, average. He has better passing ability, maybe. And Ben Simmons is a beast on this game. Even though he can't shoot a lick. And I haven't watched much basketball since Christmas of last year. That's when everything flipped for me. It's really weird, very weird. It's right around the time, like I think it's only a couple weeks afterwards, and I stopped watching sports. I didn't watch any of the Cowboys games. Whenever the Longhorns got basically not kicked out, but I'm not doing all weekly challenges. I might do domination. But let's see. I'm trying to think of a good. Do I have a backup center? But I stopped watching mostly everything. Only thing that's kept me sports-wise is baseball, actually. It kind of sucks. The game does have music in it. It's not quiet. And I have that going in my ear. Maybe I can kind of turn that down. Where is it at? Settings, shot feedback. This isn't going to be that, but I stopped watching everything. But I stopped watching everything on TV too. But how I do everything, Roosevelt, if you do come back and watch this, I put everything uh, into my Dropbox, and then I move everything from my Dropbox to because I can use Dropbox and basically have it anywhere, and it updates pretty quickly, but it's still slow. And I get this music turned down; it's blowing up my ears. Why did it just go to microphone? That's weird. But oh, this is an exit. Wow, that's weird. 2K beats. Oh yeah, because of the beats. Change mode. Nope. Cool, I turned it off. But yeah, there's a lot of things that changed with me in the last year and a half. And I think most of it's just because I saw the insurance in it. But I was having to, you know what actually kind of woke me up, like this time around, is stupid first take. That crap was annoying me. I wonder if I can put in, because it does give me an option for the camera, but I have to use Google. I think I have Google somewhere. Yeah, I was checking everything earlier on my other Twitch account. Yeah, it's called Screen Bits, and I'm going through everything. That's why it popped in my head. Yeah, I tried to use what Johnny Supertramp's been using, that Reallusion thing. Gosh, that thing's so hard to learn. And plus, you gotta buy it after the trial, and I have no money. I actually have like negative money. Insurance is $800 a month, something like that. And my Jeep payment, they stopped paying me. Not paying me, but the disability I had just up and vanished. Man, Twitch app, you're pissing me off. Exit. But that's the only thing that's been bothering me with the surgery stuff. Of course. Man, I was going to do a video on this. Everywhere you go, register to vote. Everywhere. I was on my Twitter account. Weirdly enough, it wasn't the Twitter account that my regular Twitter account. Because I do have a backup one that I use. Basically just for filtering out news and the little drama that goes on. So I use that sometimes, and that was kind of shocking when you scroll up and it says register to vote, but on the one that is more right leaning, because on the other one I follow CNN and I follow mainstream media. That's the one that told me to vote, register to vote. And I was like, what the hell? Let's see. I noticed with not YouTube TV, I just went YouTube. Yeah, me and Uni were talking about this, but if you're looking for a mic, the one that really sucks is PewDiePie's. It's good for headphones. The mic sucks. So I was like, oh, I think all the Razer headphones just suck on the mics. This is a Razer headphone, and when I've been listening back to it, it hasn't been screwing up on the playback. But most of the stuff that I was listening to was like really short ones, not long videos. And there's a lot of different things that... Let's see if I can do this. Sorry about that. Trying to get this to where Analytics. Yeah, the one cool thing about Streamlab is if you do have a Razer product. That's weird. Be sure to allow access to your camera and microphone. See if it brings it up. Okay, where'd the camera go? Camera can't be accessed because it's being used by another application. Yeah, I do have that up. That's weird, it's trying to pick up a different camera than I use. Put in test. One of the problems I was having was more options. Loud chat. Enable the viewer content. Nope. See if I can. Yeah, that camera kind of sucks. Because you can't really do anything else. You can't, well, I guess you can. Let me see. Sorry, this is probably the most uninteresting thing ever for the, I think, 2 people watching. Gosh, I keep getting so many messages in Instagram DMs. I can't keep up with them. My Instagram has gone up like 500 people in like the last month and a half. Just because I had something with putting in Twitch streamer or YouTube streamer. Oh, you're all good, man. It happens. It was on the computer, right, that it crashed? Mine does that too. Or it used to. I don't know about something with the update. Where's the... Yeah, everything should be built into the YouTube stuff. Don't know why it's not. I was trying to look up the... What's upcoming... No, not first try. Live dashboard. Nope, not that. Yeah, none of these can all be deleted. Sorry, I'm checking scheduled test and streams. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Oh, that's really weird. I think everything is back. And was it like glitching out? Because I've had it, and it was using Google, right? That's what made me switch over to, I'm using Opera. And I was using Brave there for a little bit. And what else was I using? Brave, Opera, and one that starts with a V. But it would do it around this time of the night. It would do it. Yeah, that's what... It's so weird that happened to you. I wonder if it's not my, yeah, I was actually talking about mics while you're gone. Uh, the mics have problems. The Razer mics, if you want to buy a mic, uh, you could always do it, if you do want to, you ever get like bored with, doing the videos, if you do them live, uh, I think you'd be perfectly fine. It's hard to come up with material. That's why uni's crazy. Really. That's crazy. Yeah, I thought something weird was going on with me today too. There's a guy, so the guy next door is moving, and, but people were going in his backyard while I was doing the dishes. And I thought that they look sketchy. And I don't. And I live kind of next door to a sketchy one. It's Nana? Are you serious? Didn't they screw with her a couple days ago too? Oh my gosh. Check Twitter. Yeah, I'm looking at, Twitter right now. And Nana just tweeted me. Wasn't after I put that out, wasn't that I linked all y'all with? And I don't know how. Yeah, I won't. That's nuts. I can't believe somebody would do that to her. These people have no morals. And I don't think they're bright. I think there's like one person that's actually maybe bright, and then they either that or they play off to be stupid, which I've been. That's I don't know how. That's just nuts. I can't believe somebody would do that, and I can't believe that there's how they play on their channels and everything. I can't believe any of them would be smart enough to even do that. Because it's like they went into fraud for dummies or something. Yeah, I have a lot of police officers and people that have pretty good connections, or used to. actually still do. And not necessarily government either. The only reason I didn't use my attorney for work was because I was trying to be nice, and I was planning on going back to work there. And that's the only reason I didn't, because I have an attorney on retainer. Or we used to. I don't know if we do anymore. I don't get it. And I play a lot dumber in my videos and everything than I am. It's easier to play dumb. It's less intimidating. And the funny thing is, I'm actually going to the eye doctor tomorrow. Because the glasses that you see me wear all the time, they screwed up on them. The left lens is supposed to be on the right lens, and the right lens is supposed to be on the left lens. They screwed up. Yeah. I'd be anxious to... I bet I know one of them. He always has books behind his head to make you think he's smart. Yeah, I took my glasses off the other day and was trying to read, and I was like, holy crap. Because these glasses aren't reading glasses. They're to help with my eyes, because after I had surgery, the anesthesia messed with my eyes. So I noticed I was like, I wouldn't look people in the eye anymore, like I used to do that all the time. But the reason I wasn't was oh, look at that. But I was getting a lazy eye, and they said you have to. They told me I had to go to physical therapy for my eye. I was like, this is ridiculous. But I never did that. And then they gave me glasses that flipped them. And the eye doctor tried to tell me, he goes, oh no, you're wrong. You're not right eye dominant or left eye dominant or something like that. I think he was saying, I was trying to tell him my left eye is really crappy, the vision. And my left eye, I can close my left eye and see still perfectly. But if I close my right eye, it's like double vision. And so it was like, I think he wrote it as he thought, oh, there's no way somebody has this problem. Because I forgot what the name of the thing that they said I had. I know, and they always said that most people are left eye dominant. And he goes, it's very rare not to be dominant in your left eye. So I was like, alright, but my eye is, that one's a lot weaker. And I could tell that it was weaker when I was a kid from playing baseball. I had to have a more open stance to see the ball come all the way in. And but the whole reason I went was they said that a lot of people that have like what's it called, dyslexia and stuff like that, and ADHD, which I've been diagnosed with both of those, uh, that it's misdiagnosed and it's actually an eye problem. And my eyes, the sobriety test that they give you, that you have to follow the flashlight or something like that. Well, with me, they said that I would flunk it every time because my eyes do the twitching thing that they talk about when it goes right in front of your eye. They said that they were fighting against each other. But that's why I'm not a drinker. Never have been. Dad had problems with that. That's why I haven't seen him since I was 4. But, and that's why these people remind me of him. And he's tried to contact me. His family, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, his family that I don't know is involved, like, they follow this Q stuff. Oh my god, that's nuts. uh, Hopefully it's not going off just for out of batteries. That's hilarious and scary at the same time. I mean, oh. Yeah, I did have it set up a couple weeks ago so that it was talk to speech or whatever. Oh yeah, yeah, it's not fun going up there. But I had the text to speech stuff working, and I don't know why it's not working now. I even have it when I have to put this on and ask if you want to do it, put it in, but just didn't work. But yeah, my phone's been going off like crazy. And my phone's basically broke, but it still gets notifications. Just some of them, like I can't send text messages, which is really weird. It's an older iPhone 6 Plus. Oh, I had one going like that for, gosh, a month maybe. And it's funny you say that. I've heard that in people that are doing videos. I've heard it going off in the background, and it just kept going off, like video after video after video, and then finally somebody said, the thing's finally freaking dead. And the guy didn't know what it was. I've been watching Potter stuff lately too. I didn't know he was up there. It's so nice up there. Yeah, I think if you do the live stream, you could just use your Twitter. Just display that. Just put a whole bunch of tabs in there that you have stuff already set up for. Yeah, I know. I was supposed to go. I might. No, it's next year. Uh, my mom sells those Young Living things, Young Living oils or whatever they're called. And I've always been like, a bunch of stuff doesn't work for me, but there are some things that I really like. And but that's up in Utah. They have a thing up there every year, and I was supposed to go last year, but couldn't find a place for the dogs. And I was like, that'd be cool, go up there. Yeah, you know what's weird is it's been mostly girls that are getting in my DMs on Instagram, and of course I think that's how they're trying to get people, and they're trying to get like the those things that come in Unirock's periscopes. It's basically those, but they're like DMing me constantly, and since I put it as public, meaning anybody can DM me, and so I've been getting all of those, and and that started happening when I made a Q video. So they're doing something where they are getting, I don't know, they're getting mail, those email things that, no, definitely not. The funny thing is, some of my ex-girlfriends, I've actually met them over dating apps, and then I don't think of them that way now, because gone on dates and dated them and everything. But it's like, holy crap, that was from a dating app, and most of them, it's all just because of distance. One lives like almost in Oklahoma, and I'm in North Texas, and it wasn't bad a couple years ago, but traffic's gotten really bad. And actually, up near where she is, uh, funny thing. So I don't know how I can say this on here. But Google, Facebook, and Apple trying to open up a joint, or where a joint building, data building. And the weird thing is, they were trying to get it on an Indian reservation. So they wouldn't have to follow any of the laws. And that's where they're going to be based out of. They're going to have their front as like Silicon Valley. And the crazy thing is, I just went by a data center that's off of 35 in Texas, by where the Alliance Airport is. And I think that's classified as Fort Worth. But it's 750,000 square feet. And it's only supposed to be around here. You know how nuts that is? 750,000 square feet. And that's what they're going to put in at, I think might be Denison or near Sherman. And they already have people, like she told me this, that she went to school with, that are here from China, and they, yeah, my it's where I had surgery was in Dallas, but where those shootings happened in Dallas actually was right there. That's where I had surgery. But there's a bunch of them. I mean, Mark Cuban is out of here. He what was his app called? Cyberdust, which is supposed to take everything off of. It's not in the cloud. It's not in anything or anything like that. I used that app a couple times. It's funny. He wanted that to be Snapchat so bad. But so I looked up around me because I live in, not gonna say where I live, but I live in between Fort Worth and Dallas, which is a lot of fucking places. Because there's got to be 25 million people in between both of them. Me too. Sometimes I think we don't deserve it. But there's a lot of startups that are here, and all you'd have to do is check the census for Texas and look at the uh, everybody that's come from California. Everybody wants to complain about California's traffic. The worst in the I think it might be the world, actually. It's called, it's 820. These are exit ramps. Worst ones in the world. 820 and roof snow. Yeah, I love Texas, and then like right now I hate it. It's it's been raining like crazy. And computer went off. Be right back there. Alright, it's got it back. But it gets so hot here, man. I used to work on cars and I couldn't keep weight on. I lost 40 pounds during the heat wave that we had in like 2011. Because being over the cars, they didn't have AC in there. Being over the hood of the car or being around the car, it would easily be like 120 right there. And they put blacktop around our shop that we had. And it was just made it that much harder. But yeah, everybody says like there's a lot of people that go to Arizona and they say it's better there. Yeah, it's a lot better there because there's no humidity. But if you live anywhere around here, it's the traffic's gotten terrible. Like there's construction everywhere, which is good, but the construction is just to make the roads smoother. They're not widening it. And there's been so many damn yeah. The humidity just takes it out of you though. Like you can I have a Jeep and I haven't taken the top off. And I've had it for 3 years. I've taken the front two panels off, but not the rest. Nobody, and all the Jeep clubs down here are huge. Whenever we do have snow, and the bad thing is we never have snow, we have ice. Or we have rain that turns into ice. So it's always terrible here. Like when the uh, Super Bowl was here, everybody complained that we didn't know how to deal with it. No, it was ice, it wasn't snow. Because it was just raining and then everything turned into ice. Yeah, I don't think we got any. The only time you get snow if you live in Texas is West Texas. Texas is a big freaking state. I My family used to have a ranch down in yeah, there's not enough salt trucks. That's the problem. Like if you saw the news like the mornings that it snowed and then turned to ice, there would be maybe like 15 or 20, and this was for the highways and overpasses mainly. Everything else was still iced out. And we don't have like subways, or we just got trains, uh, passenger trains, but nobody's using them. But they are putting it more into the cities now, which is good and bad. Arlington will never have them, uh, which is going to disappoint everybody because that's where Cowboy Stadium is. That's where the Rangers' new $1 billion stadium is. It's where a lot of tech companies are. They're actually not in Dallas much. Uh, I think there's like 20 tech companies that are out of the Ranger Stadium. So they gotta. No, we don't. Yep, that's exactly right. That's because that's the statistic. If you get a train station like you can even tell where the bus stops are. I used to work at Sears and Auto Center, and the bus stop was right outside of our shop. We had like 4 people call and tell them that they had something and they were going to kill themselves and stuff like that. It was like, oh my god. One guy was wearing a UFC belt as a back brace, and he walked through and he was selling cologne. Yeah, I I don't know how people I don't know how Unirock does it without a car. Because even if, like, here, if you lived in, the only way that you'd be able to get around and get everything is if you lived right in the middle of the city. Because down here, we don't have that kind of crop. We don't have anything that's localized or centralized like that. And I don't think you can hear it, but on the game, the crowd is saying no means no. We have sidewalks, we just don't have much of them. But when I was younger, we didn't care about it. We just went down. Why are they double teaming him? You just left the best player. But there's a lot of. We have more trails than anything. We have. Everything is getting more centralized, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely are. The funny thing is, there is an InfoWars banner that you can put on the uh, as the ad that rolls down on the scores table, where you see NBA 2K right there. You can have it be InfoWars on your stadium, but I have to get to that point on this game, and I'm surprised it's still on here. I can't take it off because there's freaking Pornhub on here. Yeah, there's a lot of little things about Texas that most people be like, what in the hell is going on down there? Yeah, I know. It's so weird, SJW. Every time I see it, I see, what's it called? Because I'm dyslexic, so I see what is it, Wall Street Journal? I always see that every time somebody puts that in, but yes, it will. Yeah. Have you heard what's going on with Linux? That's the video that the quartering did today, and basically that if that comes true, on everything, because Linux is a um, what is it? Not a free market. What is it? What do they call it? An open project. I can't think of the word right now. Yeah. Well, it's they said it's actually SJW, and I'm still missing what it is. It's either one of them is open source. One of them is the new person in charge is SJW, or it's somebody that the SJW don't like. And the weird thing is, I think most coders, like, there's a difference between coders and hackers. And I know probably 6 or 7 coders or programmers, and they're more for like free market type stuff. That's what confuses me, because hackers are more the people that just want to expose people. And the ones that I've met, I don't know many. Did I get it? Okay, cool. And but in the quarterings video, and Roosevelt, this is what I was saying earlier. If you want to record the quarterings last video that talks about it, he says that anybody can post it on YouTube, the whole video, he said. So if you want to do that, let's see, I'll do that. But he said everything, since it's open source, people don't have to pay for it. Well, I don't think I could. And I've dated a lot of weird people. But the funniest thing was, when I was younger, I had a bad experience with church when I was younger, and didn't like it. But my girlfriend that I dated for 6 years, from 16 to 21, 22, went to this church, and I said, I don't want to go to that church. And being a child, you wanting to always be right. I always went the stupid way with it. And we broke up because I didn't want to go to church after 6 years. But it was off and on. Everything else was good. Her family loved me because I wasn't a money grabbing person. Everybody else that she dated afterwards was. And hopefully none of her family watches, because they her husband's piece, and I'm not like brokenhearted that I'm not with her. She had some problems, and I dealt with them as best I could. but she didn't want to do the stuff that she needed to take care of that. And that was that in church. Uh, she didn't want to take certain medicine, which I'm fine with, but when you're having an episode, it scares the crap out of me. Because she took a whole bunch of stuff when we were very first dating, like 2 months, a month or two in, and she thought me and her were having a fight. We weren't, and she took a handful of something out of the cabinet, and I got blamed for it. Luckily, everything worked out. They took her to the hospital because she was just having like a little episode, and but her family, gosh, it's crazy how they flipped completely. They like wanted me to be put in jail. I was like, what? I just bought her a Monster drink. I was like, look at the text message. It's right there. But yeah, there's no way I could date a SJW. Dude, you should have been around. My friends even told me that, and I was like, I know. And my mom told me it. My mom's fiance told me it. Everybody told me it. And it wasn't like one of those things that is like a first love or anything like that. The problem with it was when I first started dating her, I didn't care. And we broke up, and I was like, I really liked her. And that's what made me feel like I was chasing her the whole time. And I don't know if that's what it was or not, but yeah, I've dated a lot of crazy people. Not crazy as in like legit crazy, but damaged. And the bad thing about it is I might be just a really nice person, but I don't settle. So, and I learned that after I dated her. I wasted like most of my high school life, and everybody was telling me, why are you wasting your high school life with one girl? And I thought that they were just being crazy. No. A lot of crazy stuff. Uh, but of course, I was a really innocent kid. I since I played baseball all the time, my parents wouldn't let me date. They wouldn't let me go to parties. Uh, only thing they didn't force church on me, which I appreciate because I probably would have been one of those really wild children. I never was a really wild person. I just threw parties and stuff like that. And funny thing is, everybody would be drinking. I wouldn't be drinking. I'd just be hanging out, making sure everybody was okay. And that's why I was, whenever my friends went out, I drove. Because we had, one of our friends died in a wreck. He flipped his truck with like 5 people in it, and only one person survived. And I think she's still paralyzed. Yeah, she is paralyzed. It's crazy because she got married and it was like on the news. and everybody was talk so bad about my friend because of a mistake when he was 17. Well, the problem they didn't tell everybody was, so he brought like, it was like 4 girls that were in the car, and everybody thought that he was just going to a party, bringing girls home, and it wasn't that. That's just all that could fit in the car. And there were people that said that they'll get in the other car. And can you imagine being one of the people that, whoa, that was awesome. That was actually a pass. I pressed X. But it's not like that idiot that ran over those people, like, what was it, a school bus or something that was, went nationwide because he had a influenza or whatever. Because his parents were too rich. That excuse. And he just got in trouble. Or did he just get out? I should have done a video on that. Since my buddy is in construction, he actually knew the dad before that, and because my buddy his whole family works in the construction industry, and it's a hard life in construction, especially in Texas. Luckily, they do have the law where it gets if it gets above a certain degree, you can't work. That's for uh, city ran ones, like traffic, highways, and stuff like that. Not so sure about like buildings. Oh, you have to go. That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm not in uh, that part of the Discord. So have a good night, man. Tell her I hope everything works out. It's very scary. Thanks, man. Yeah, I probably won't be on too much longer this way. I might do a video here in a little bit. Do that video that I was telling you about. But have fun and tell her that I hope everything works out, and I hope she can change her number or something. Oh, there it is. That hurt. But yeah, there was a bunch of crazy crap that happens down here with the uh, construction industry, especially since everything's turned over to stuff like whatchamacallit, the steel. When I was working on the 18 wheelers, the steel like bendable. Not bendable by hand, but by pressure. And that's when it was coming from Canada. Oh, oh. What? I was just thinking about, I might be able to do that video like right as I'm playing this even. Oh crap. Yeah, it's funny. I have a bunch of friends that still have. I think one of them checked out. I think Jules has checked out the YouTube page, but a bunch of my friends haven't. I have my backup Facebook page. My original Facebook page is deactivated. Didn't want it to have family on it on my regular page. Heck, I didn't want or my backup page. I didn't want family on my regular page either. I don't post stuff on Facebook anyways. Besides, sometime soon I'll probably link this and just do a Facebook one. That's it. Just game on Facebook. I've done it before and I got, without everything being public, I think I got like 140 views in 24 hours of the video. But I didn't even check like the statistics if people just clicked in, saw I was playing a video game, bounced out. But the crazy thing is, it's kind of like Periscope. It notifies you that somebody checked in on Facebook. Nope. Gortot. Oh, best bargains. Doesn't he make like $12 million a year? I forgot that you have to get 425 points, something like that. Let's play this pick and roll game with Simmons. So I have to get 213 more. Oh, get up there. You Frenchman? Man, it's funny, I watched his video before, or his prospect stuff, before he got drafted. And I was like, man, Mavericks need to pick him. But he was so much thinner than. Forgot who they took. Was it Crittenton or not Crittenton? Jonathan Cunningham that they took, who was out of the league already. I think. It's crazy. They thought he was going to be like a Russell Westbrook type in your dreams. Whoop. Gotta pause it real quick. Keep having. Just gonna check out Twitter. his tweet. That sucks. What is this Twitter Media Studio? Dodger and Ripley. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know you could check your analytics on video activity. What video is that? Oh, that's Destiny. Start 74. I thought this might be linked in with Periscope, because I know I have one Periscope that I didn't even know people were watching, which was confusing not to be able to know any of that. And the only way I even get to Periscope was going to my Twitter account and looking up a Periscope. And it's taken forever. And I got a 404. This page does not exist. Got that stupid Coco song in my head. It's on the video game. I wasn't listening to it regular. Okay, here's how I gotta do it. So the one that's in my... That's crazy. Do I have this on? Yeah, Twitter? Oh, that was a 5-hour stream. That might be why. Damn, I need to do a 5-hour stream. It's so weird though. That, like, all of them are on replay, but the one... It's a little weird. Oh, I get it. It went over the midnight hour, so everybody put it in as a replay. Gotcha. Periscope is a weird thing to use. And looking at the analytics aren't easy. It's an outdated thing for sure. I'm gonna mute this real quick, but I'm not leaving. And this is supposed to be 2019 on it. That's crazy. It shows that it's 2016. The hell? I usually get a lot more people in. And I'm not complaining. Just me being me. Thinking out loud. I love chatting with Roosevelt though. That was cool. But I might need to go get a drink from talking so much. There it is. Brought it up. So it might be a couple seconds. I'm gonna go get something to drink and I'll be right back. Guess I could put it in the chat. Oop. Had to turn this back on. I went in there to get something to drink, so I got water and I got a whatchamacallit. I forgot what they're called actually. That's why I'm making a stupid saying. And I had to take the nasty habit out of my mouth. I dip. Dirty people. But, well, hello there, Whiskey. The dogs came in too, and I had to take them out. Every time I move, they gotta come with me. But I think I'm actually gonna stop this one. I'm actually gonna play on my Xbox, which means that I can put it onto my computer monitor, and I can send it off to everything. So it won't be just here on YouTube. And I can put my video in. But that's after I finish this one, because I bet the dogs want to be in the video. Might be able to somehow get this thing to for some reason it hasn't been getting the power from both of my cameras. For some reason it's only getting one at a time. Whiskey, your tail's around my keyboard wire. Yeah, I guess I'll type it in. But yeah, the dogs follow me everywhere, even though they were sleeping, dead asleep, and somehow there's a fan on in the other room, so they shouldn't even hear me. And if y'all just heard that, that was Whiskey jumping up on my bed and sitting right next to me looking at me. And she is a cute dog, but she thinks that this is her house. She's laying on my green blanket that used to be, and actually still works best as a green screen versus all the other ones. But I might boot up my Xbox right now actually, and just but I do have to stop the stream, which kind of sucks. It's the only reason I like my Xbox more, because the PlayStation remote thing kind of sucks. Let me move this over a little bit. And I might make like a little, really quick video off of my, whatchamacallit is definitely a terrible word that I say all the time when I can't think. But off my iPad from Streamlabs, since I have everything connected there. The cool thing about Streamlabs, or the restream that I have, is I can put it onto my Facebook. And I know some people that are on Xbox have been, like I told y'all, I think I told y'all earlier that I tried, I don't know if y'all know what Twitch kittens are, but it's basically just a place to help with your stream. And they kind of just like help you get the word out and stuff, and it's like a Discord that helps out if you have questions and stuff like that. And they like sell t-shirts to help support so that they can do this all the time, which is a cool thing. I know a lot of people don't like that kind of stuff, but to be able to get creators together and not come off as like, I don't know, people that don't know how to talk to people and ask for something, because I'm terrible at asking for help. I will screw something up royally before I ask for help. I was like that with working on cars. And the only reason that ever hurt me was promise times, because I would always figure it out. That's what we had. We had this system that was called like All Data. I think that's what it's called. It's like $10,000 a year, and like every Sears had to get it. It's a software where it updates and tells you how to. This is where this part goes and all that stuff. And actually, the coolest Twitch streamer that I've seen lately is actually a holy shish kebab. He dunks with authority. Man, I'd love to have him on the Mavericks, but we have Dennis Smith Jr., who I thought was a really good dunker, but he's just really good at hitting the back of the rim a lot on his shots and on his dunks. A really emphatic back of the rim smasher. I love his game though. He reminds me. Sad thing is, he reminds me more of Steve Francis than Russell Westbrook though. Because Steve Francis, man, I love Steve Francis when he was like in those peak all-star games type players. He wasn't a winning player at all. People, that's the difference. Like even, what's his name? Damian Lillard. He gets his team to the playoffs. I forgot if Francis even like could do that, but Dame Dollar makes some good music. I wonder if I can play his music, or if he's copyrighted everything, because he has good shit. I forgot one of his songs is really good, and the funny thing is he surprised me when I first heard him play. I listened to that mixtape that he dropped. Whoa. I thought he was gonna be like somebody like I don't know, even Lonzo Ball stuff. You just train not to like Lonzo Ball. And it's just because of all the publicity that he gets. Because there's a lot of basketball players that come out of college, even high school, that are better than him. He's just very good at a pretty thing. And that's passing. No one even talked about his dribbling because nobody saw him dribble. That was the craziest thing. He was really popular, but did we ever really see him dribble at UCLA? Like, dribbled with pressure on him? The crazy thing is people would back off of him in college. It's like, hey, y'all know that he's really tall, a lot taller than y'all, and y'all backing off of him is like the stupidest thing because of different angles. It will never be as good as Jason Kidd. And that's the crazy thing. Like, everybody craps on Jason Kidd because he didn't win a championship until he was like 40. But Jason Kidd took a Nets team that was terrible with Richard Jefferson to the finals. Yes, the East sucked, but so has the East also has sucked the whole time LeBron has been in the league. They were the Pistons for like 1 year or 2 years before they broke up. Or Ben Wallace went to Chicago, and Sheed stayed there forever, though, didn't he? And Billups went to Denver. That was past it, though. But LeBron's best game I still have ever seen him play was that Detroit game. Young LeBron. Young LeBron is still better than what we've seen when he's been to the finals all these times and when he's actually won championships. I still remember that first Sacramento Kings game. He had like 18 points, like 7 assists, and like 8 rebounds. Something ridiculous for a rookie in his first game. If Ben Simmons becomes a decent shooter, and the crazy thing is he's not like LeBron. That's the bad thing about it. So LeBron in high school, even, he was told that he can't shoot, and like that came out in the newspaper, and I guess he heard about it, read it, something like that. The very next game, he made 10 3-pointers. And you know he is just toying with people. Yeah, I like playing with Damian. I just got him right before this stream. And you know what's funny? The whole reason that the Knicks have sucked this whole time that that Melo was with them, besides the 1 year with Kidd and Tyson, and is it Kurt Thomas? When Kurt Thomas is on your team, there's something wrong, and he's already 40. The whole reason that they were good, or the whole reason they weren't good, they traded every stinking player to Denver. They traded Felton, they traded Wilson Chandler, they traded Gallinari. Gallinari with Melo? He would have. Everybody talking about this like Porzingis stuff. Porzingis still isn't as good of a fluid 3-point shooter that Gallinari was. Gallinari is a good player. He's just not a lead player. He's a third player. And the crazy thing, I remember when Wilson Chandler came in, they always compared him to Danny Granger. Danny Granger was, at the time when they were saying that, he made the jump like kind of like Paul George did actually. Paul George was like an 8-point scorer, turned it into like a 16-point scorer, and the funny game is breakout game I was at. He drilled like 8 threes or 6 threes against Dallas. So but they compared Wilson Chandler to him, to Danny Granger. Wilson Chandler had no chance to grow because Gallinari was around. They basically played the same position. Just Gallinari was a better shooter. So he always got more minutes. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that... And the whole reason that he did that was so he could avoid... What was it? The lockout? He wanted to get his money before it. So, that's the whole reason. Because there was a lockout coming. You screwed up your legacy because you wanted money that was already there, and you... Hey, smart one. You were going to New York anyways. You were a free agent that off season. You're a free agent that off season. 3 months ruined your whole time in New York. It took you 2 years to get. It took you 2 years to get a center. You could have got Dwight Howard in his prime if you wouldn't have done that. You could have got Dwight Howard, and you might have been able to. Yeah, you might have been able to get Chris Paul. What did they send Aaron Gordon and wasn't Lamar Odom, was it? No, Lamar Odom got traded to the Mavericks. Thanks a lot. But there were a lot of people that they screwed over. Anybody watching? I need to turn on that Xbox though. Thing that sucks is I just did all that work and now I'm not gonna have these players on the other one. I wanna go back. I'm gonna try and do a highlight. Never done it before on here. What? Come on. Dosido now. Oh crap. Here we go now. Where was I at? Nobody watching. Always says nobody's watching. So I don't know. Yeah, I can't do the highlight. Great. Let's see. Highlight can only be created when sync to preview player option is enabled. Do I not get that? Alright, 22 playbacks. That's pretty good for an NBA game. Those other people are playing like freaking crazy. Some of those people have a 24-hour show, or 24 hours on there. Alrighty. Peace out, y'all. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to do it from here. Oh, see. I'll show what I get in this. No, said oh no. And y'all be able to hear all this stuff on the other one. Don't know why. I wish my freaking capture card was working. It pisses me off it doesn't. Patrick Beverly. Okie And I'll be right back, y'all. On everything. If y'all want to watch me on Twitch, Periscope, both YouTube channels, 90 Kid and that 90 Kid. Might be on my Facebook page, that 90 Kid also. Peace, y'all.